I know you agreed to only be in one news video for today, but I can't do this alone and the news just keeps coming.
Dawson's Rambles.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here, back again in the same day. I should have waited to make a video, but silly me, I thought that the only news that would happen today would be the Megazord stuff, since I've said repeatedly that they're going to be saving stuff for Toy Fair, which, again, I'm sure they still are in some form, maybe. But we got big news, like even more Beast Morphers toy news, that I couldn't help but do a video for because it's the one I'm most excited about. Thanks to Screen Rant for getting the exclusive story. I'll link their link in the description, and then, you know, the pictures will be here. So we got the figures and the Morpher, which I think I'm most excited about. Obviously, I'm excited to see the Transforming Megazords and stuff, but so we have the first assortment of figures, 6 inches, about $10, spring 2019 like everything else. We have Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, Pink Ranger. We get the Henchman, but most exciting, the villain Blaze, which we knew about from a while ago. Everyone was calling it a spoiler, even though it's footage from like a series that's like 6 years old. But Blaze, you know, is Dark Buster from Go Busters. He's gonna be a villain early on. We know this, we've known this for a little while now. But I'm super excited about that because the Dark Buster suit's one of my all-time favorite suits. Enter's one of my all-time favorite, probably my all-time favorite Sentai villain. And I'm excited to get, you know, US footage of this suit and see what the character is. But honestly, that's the thing I'm most excited about so far. This just makes me happy for the rest of Beast Morphers, period. Like, I hope we get more stuff from him, which I think we will. But that, like, the figures in general, I think, look really good. I was a little bit worried about the figures. Like, I know we would get Lightning Collection stuff that would end up being good, but I think the only thing I was a little bit worried about Hasbro-wise was the basic figures, because, like, just to use this as an example, this is from the Into the Spider-Verse. They're, like, usually these pretty stoic, lanky figures. Like, this is the only articulation on this, and the legs don't move, which is weird on a Spider-Man figure, because Spider-Man almost never stands up straight. So I was a little worried that they might seem strange, but these look solid. Good proportions, pretty good looking paint, good accessories. Red comes with that signature Cheetah Blaster we saw. Yellow and blue come with versions of the Ichigon Buster in the combined forms, and they all come with these little keys, which can be used as a weapon, but they also work in the Morpher. We gotta look at the Morpher. It's gonna be 30 bucks. And it's got several different features. You got voice activation when you say it's morphin' time. You know, it's morphin' time. That was supposed to be the Go Busters voice. And it's got like those features when you know, move around and punch, it'll make noises. And it also works with these little keys that it comes with that activate different voices and sounds, which is super cool. And then the ones that you see in the figures work with it. So that's super cool. There was some sort of speculation earlier on when we got some set photos and it looked like they were putting stuff in the Morphers that we would get something like this. But so it's confirmation that we have little keys as the gimmick, which I think this is super cool. I think it's super funny because one of the reasons seemingly Bandai skipped it was because they got used to having a gimmick and Go Busters didn't have one. And so Hasbro's like, we'll just make one. And I think it's super cool, the way they're working it in with the figures. It'll be interesting to see how much different sounds there are, because like right now, the Morpher sounds like a winner. You got the morphing noises that are voice activated, you have like the action noises like motion activated, which kids will love, and then you have potentially different noises for all these different gimmick items. And you know, I'm buying the figures anyway, and even the Henchman comes with it. So I'm super stoked for this stuff, guys. Like, I'm excited for the Morpher because I think it looks pretty good. And like look-wise, you know, from the photos, it looks solid. There's like a weird little red button that looks kind of funny, but it doesn't look cheap or anything. I think I'm most excited for the figures because I love the Go Buster suits so much, and I think these figures look even better than I thought they would. Like, they're pretty well articulated. Like I said, the proportions are nice. But guys, we're getting a Dark Buster figure. That's so exciting. Like, again, I love that suit so much, and since Japan really doesn't do figures outside of vinyls, the US stuff is usually the only way for us to get stuff like that. So this makes me excited for potentially, you know, more Go Busters figures, but in potential future adaptations, getting figures for like Ranger suits that we didn't get anything. Actually changing the ending of this video a bit for a little bit extra news from the Megazord video. So we got this image, which is an image of the combinable Megazord, like the standard mode of red, blue, and yellow together. And that seems to go hand in hand with the other image we got this morning of the Ultrazord that's combinable. Like, they were meant to have sent out just the image of the Ultrazord that's like all together combined that makes noises, but someone behind the scenes accidentally sent out 2 images of the combinable Megazord. So this image and the Ultrazord image are of the combinable one. We don't have like the individual pieces, or at least I'm assuming the Ultrazord one is the combinable one, but the 3-1 is pretty much for sure, and I think it looks pretty solid. Like, I wish that I hadn't jumped the gun on the video this morning, but I honestly didn't expect them to do even more news. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Like, to be honest, the Go Busters standard Megazord's never been my favorite. Like, I prefer just Ace on its own, but I actually quite like the design on this one. I think the proportions look pretty good. The Ultrazord formation looks a little lanky. I mean, it kind of is in general, but, you know, I'll have to see better angles, because it's just, like, the worst possible, like, straight-on angle for it, which is weird. But, like, the standard combined one, I like the looks of it a lot. Like, the paint looks good, the colors look good, it doesn't look like there's a ton missing. It almost has, like, not a stylistic look to it, but a unique look to it, and I think it looks, like I said, very solid, very good. I'll be interested to compare it to the Go Busters ones once they come out. And apparently this is all like Q2, April through June, so most of it in spring. There's been a couple things like the Play School one, they say fall, and apparently like one of the things, like the sword, is in fall. Again, that just seems weird. The Ultrazord kind of makes sense on its own in the fall, because that's probably going to debut later in the show. But yeah, so hopefully that is it for breaking news for today. Not that I don't want more news, but I just don't want to bombard you guys with more videos. If anything else does happen today, unless it's like a huge twist you wouldn't believe, you know, I'll make sure to post videos about that tomorrow. But look forward to hopefully some Ryusoulger Q2 scans. We'll see the 6th Ranger, and I'll be going over that hopefully this weekend, and some Geo news. But for now, just enjoy the PR news. Hopefully they give us a break for the rest of the day so I don't have to come back for a 3rd video. Fool me once, strike 2. Fool me twice, strike 3. But anyway, that's about it. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, don't forget to climb the steps and ring that bell to get all the notifications for my Power Rangers news and toy reviews. Till next time, Dawson Rider, signing out.